Hey, what's going on? It's your boy BT. We're at the illustrious Delray Beach Boxing Club here in South Florida. You're watching True School Sports.
My flow, my show brought me the dough that bought me all my fancy things. My crib, my cars, my clothes, my jewels. Look, homie, I done came up and I ain't changing. You should love it way more than you hate it. Oh, you mad? I thought that you'd be happy I made it.
Hey, what's going on? It's your boy BT. I'm with my pops. We're here on the grind today, going to all kinds of gyms. We went to it's Delray Beach Boxing, which was, you guys will see a video on it later.
Yeah.
That place was absolutely amazing. There is no boxing gym like Delray Beach Boxing. Right now, we're on our way to the Boca Powell to go meet up with our main man, Derek Santos. We'll be there in a couple minutes. But until then, we got some time to kill. So we're gonna talk about this new WBC malarkey, this bullshit going on with the WBC. They got the franchise champion.
That's crazy.
This is not a typo. The WBC has a new thing now called the franchise champion, and they are designating Canelo Alvarez as a franchise champion. It's absolutely insane. So I was just sitting here reading through it a little bit, and how crazy is it? Canelo Alvarez, like, there's a lot of things. Like, it's gonna add more confusion to the sport. Like, I was reading some of the clauses of it, and I'm getting confused just sitting here trying to decode it all. I was reading somewhere that they were saying that if the franchise champion moves up to a different weight class, then the WBC will recognize the franchise champion over the current champion of that weight class. So you can win a belt. So Canelo Alvarez can move to 175 right now, and Alexander Vosnik's not the WBC champion. Canelo Alvarez is not the WBC light heavyweight champion.
So just tell me something. If Canelo doesn't wish to lose his belts, then would you get back the champion belt back to him?
I don't know. It's confusing. And then they were saying if there's a title fight, between the WBC champion and the WBC franchise champion, then the WBC diamond belt will be on the line, and then the I think the loser of that fight or the winner of that fight, if you beat the franchise champion, listen to this shit. If you beat the franchise champion, I know my dad's driving by. If you beat the franchise champion, basically you get to become the WBC mandatory contender because you win the diamond belt.
I mean, like, you just made Charlo champion,
And he didn't even fight.
Exactly. Now, I think what should happen is either they make it mandatory, two mandatory fight, or a fight where they can earn the belt, or Charlo fights leading a opponent to gain that belt, because it's not fair for the other fighters.
He just got awarded a belt.
Yeah.
You know, to be fair, the same thing happened to Keith Thurman when he was awarded the WBA belt.
Yeah.
But this is horrible. Like, this could be like one of the worst things to ever happen to boxing. And I know a lot of times.
You know what I'm gonna call the WBC?
What do you call them?
They're full of horse manure. And
You know what James?
full of shit.
Damn. You know what James Toney used to call them?
What?
He said WBC stands for We Be Crooks.
Yeah. You know what? Because you brought we were talking off camera, you brought a good point that the more sanctioned belts they have, the more money they make.
Yeah, the more belts they have, the more sanctioning fees. So honestly, this just sounds like a really good, creative way to get another sanctioning fee from a guy like Canelo Alvarez who has the money to pay the sanctioning fees. You know?
I actually agree with what your other friend told you about. I think that they're disrespecting the sport of boxing. I mean,
Making a mockery of it.
I mean, you have
Jesus.
a legitimate heavyweight, you have a legitimate middleweight, lightweight champion. That's what I always been like that. Where do you get all these gumball machine belts?
Yeah.
I mean, it's ridiculous.
There was another clause in there that stated that the WBC franchise champion has to compete has to actually do two community social events a year. So, like, I guess, like, I don't know what qualifies as that, but I guess maybe a toy drive or feeding food to the homeless or some shit like that.
I think it's gonna be like some type of organized thing by the WBC to attract more people to it, to make more money off of it.
Yeah.
Point blank. I don't like too many belts. I think it's not fair for the boxers that like Big Trev and other boxers that actually Big Trev, Trevor Bryan.
How about Dillian White?
Yeah, Dillian White.
Who's been being fucked over by the WBC like no tomorrow.
And now you just Jamal Charlo lost his belts to Harrison, and now you just
No. You Charlo mixed up.
The other one.
This one never lost.
Okay,
but he was number one.
Oh, okay.
He was number one contender.
Yeah, so but still he didn't fight nobody to win that belt.
He didn't fight Canelo to win the belt.
So how can you sit there and just like, okay, now, if they would say, okay, you Canelo, if you beat the number one Charlo, whatever, the one undefeated, and you beat him, then I can make you a franchise or whatever they want to call it.
Franchise champion. This is some bullshit. I couldn't leave my ears.
What do you guys think about that? I mean, you guys are the boxing fans. We're the ones.
Yeah, I want to hear from you guys. I mean, I want to know what's everybody's take on this, because I really can't see a whole lot of positives. I'll ask you, Dan, are there any positives to if there is a positive? What are the positives to this?
The positive not for me. The positive for the pockets of the WBC. They're the ones making the money, but they're confusing all the fans on how boxing used to be and how it is.
Yeah.
And it's funny that they're practically the only section of body that's doing all this stuff, right?
Yeah.
And so I kind of don't respect that. I think they're losing respect. They're losing the fact of what boxing is all about. We have one champion. These motherfuckers got 900 champions.
I know.
I got the pink belt, the Latin belt, the fucking Chinese belt. How many more belts you gotta have?
I remember, and you may remember this too.
Yeah.
I remember a couple years ago when I went to the WBC convention over there in Hollywood at the Diplomat.
Yeah.
I remember they had the two nice looking Spanish girls, I think Mexican girls.
Yeah.
They were selling the Amaro tequila.
Oh yeah,
And it was a special WBC brand, and I said, okay, well, if I buy the tequila, like what where's this money gonna go? And they were like, it supports and helps fighters all over the world. And I said, in what ways? They said, we don't know.
Yeah, they were clueless.
I said, you mean it's just gonna line Mauricio Suleiman's pockets, so that's what it's gonna do.
Yeah.
It's gonna line his pockets so straight up and down, no special effects, champ.
They were clueless.
They were clueless. I might have to edit that clip in here so you guys see what I'm talking about. But yeah, man, like absolutely insane. Franchise champion.
Even boxers, if they come out and give your opinion on here, we'd love to hear your opinion on what you think about all this.
That'd be a question to ask Derek Santos today.
Yeah, because let me ask you something now. Maybe for a boxer's point of view, the more belts you have, the more opportunity you get to hold some type of belt to get more money or thing. But I don't agree with that. I think there's only one champion in every weight class, and they fight the top dog or the mandatory, and they earn that belt, and that's it.
That's why, honestly, like the belt, the whole belt dilemma in boxing these days, is getting to a point now where honestly, I think boxing's gonna have to start recognizing the lineal champion in every weight class, just to avoid all the confusion.
Yeah, that's a good point too.
Because literally, like how do we know who's the best? If the guys aren't fighting each other because of promoters of business, and then now you're having shit like the franchise champion, where a guy can literally move up in weight, and if the WBC just decides they want to recognize him as the champion of the business, they can do that. You know, like Canelo can move to for all you Wilder fans out there, Canelo can move up to heavyweight right now, and he's the heavyweight champion. How about that? Yeah, Wilder's got to win the heavyweight championship back from Canelo.
You're taking away the reasoning of well, in any sport, you want to be top dog and you want to earn it. If you're just going to give belts away and not have them earn it, what's the worth in that?
Yeah.
And so I'm kind of disappointed that the WBC is like that, but I'm starting to see that they're just full of shit. I'm sorry to say.
Full of shit. Hey, it is what it is.
I mean, for Canelo, he actually likes that because that gives him leverage on any fight if he wants to fight or not, and that's not right. Fight the best in your weight class, and then if you want to fight the best in another class, it's fine. But you're just giving him allegiance to him just because he sells tickets.
That's what it is.
Back in the day, it wasn't like that.
I mean, back in boxing, it's always been corrupt. But man, it's getting to a whole other level. Like with the, and the thing is, I hate this kind of stuff because if this shit is hard for me to follow, and I follow boxing every single day. And I do this to pay. I have to know everything that's going on in boxing because this is how I feed myself.
Yeah.
If I'm having a hard time understanding it, then the average Joe Blow, he's not gonna understand it.
No, I have no clue.
He has no clue.
Oh, what are we watching? Oh, we find the Latin King, whatever, the Latin belt king, the pink belt, whatever belt.
Yeah, we're finding the WBC Susan B. Komen Breast Cancer Awareness Champion of the Month.
And this is what I'm saying about boxing. That's why I said I wish they were like in the UK, like you were saying, they have one body, right? And they take everything because. You don't hear the IBF or IBO or WBO actually talking bad about it. They should try to get on the WBC and say, hey, what's wrong with you doing?
Yeah.
You're disrespecting the sport, just like your buddy said.
Vic Laser, yeah.
It's a big disrespect to the sport. Yeah. You want to make money, you're going to make money in boxing anyway, whether it's corruption or ticket sales.
By hook or by crook. So let me ask you a question, Dad. Now, this will be the last thing to close video with. What do you think, do you think for Canelo, do you think it's gonna be like, cause Canelo's fights are already accused of being like extremely corrupt and he gets good. Do you think this is gonna give the WBC and Mauricio Sulaiman and all parties involved even more incentive to rob his opponents if the fights are close?
Of course, because you're giving him more of a leeway to decide on how to control who he wants to fight or what he wants to fight instead of fighting the best.
Yeah.
That's why I don't like that franchise shit. You know, I mean, talking about sports, when you're talking about football or sports, about
like the NFL.
Yeah, the NFL or they have franchise players. They're the top players, the best they have.
Well, the franchise tag too, like in the NFL. In the NFL, the franchise tag is for if they want to sign a player for a year, they give them a certain amount of money, and they prioritize them in free agency.
Yeah.
So that essentially that's what this is. This is boxing's version of like the franchise tag in the NFL. You know. So I'm not really a fan of it. You know, for Canelo, great fighter. I take nothing away from him. He's really a mature fighter. He's gotten a lot better. He's a clear-cut, pound-for-pound top 5 fighter. We recognize that here on True School Sports. But as far as what this will do for the competitiveness of the sport and what it will do for when he has his big fights, if they're close decisions, you know, fighters are getting robbed left, right, and center.
It's bad enough now that you got fighters in some of the weight classes that they don't want to fight the top dog in that weight class, and they vacate the belt to smooth jump up and down, which is again
like Garcia.
The fans suffer a lot. Now you just made a franchise with Canelo's weight class. That means don't be surprised in the coming weeks or whatever they don't have the same thing, or years they don't have to go to other weight classes. It's gonna screw everything up.
There you go. So there you have it, man. I want to know what you guys think about the franchise champion crap going on in boxing. I love to get some feedback from you guys because it's a very, very interesting topic. Give me your thoughts, man. If there are any positives out there that you guys can name, please drop those down below because maybe there's something I'm missing. Leave your comments down below. Take the time to subscribe, and like I say in every single one of these videos, you can love me or you can hate me, but I'm just a kid from day in. So until next time, take care, guys.
Hey fight fans, it's Michelle Joy Phelps and you're watching True School Sports. Hey fight fans, it's Michelle Joy Phelps and you're watching True School Sports.